In this section, we're going to be talking about how we used media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages of our project. So for the research, we had access to IMAX in our classroom. This aided our research because, say, we didn't have a laptop at home or in other areas of the school, we can go to the classroom and look up certain websites to help expand our knowledge on short films.
We also had access to YouTube where we could watch videos on how to use softwares and watch different short films to help us understand what the codes and conventions of short films were.
We also used DSLR cameras in our preliminary tasks to aid our understanding of certain camera movements and sequences. We edited this together with Final Cut Pro and presented it on our blogs. This process was made easier by different technologies as it allowed us to experience the feeling of editing before doing it for real. It gave us a chance to practice and improve any aspects of our knowledge that needed improving on the short film's codes and conventions.
Within our prelim task, we researched and practiced mobile staging by using dollies, and this helped aid our understanding of tracking shots and appreciating why they're used in short films. And we helped this in our final outcome because we used a tracking shot in our film using a dolly.
When developing our short film ideas, we used the voice notes on our phone and we created podcasts like we're doing now for our initial ideas. This helped us because instead of writing it all down and trying to get it all on paper, we could just discuss it. And I think it allows you to talk more freely about what ideas you want and you can express them a bit easier. And for our treatments and synopsis as well, we used PowerPoint, so the Microsoft PowerPoint, and this aided us to put together pictures and text to put forward our ideas and present our inspiration effectively whilst having, as I say, pictures and text next to each other, which made it clearer for us to understand as we go back over it when making our film.
We also used a website called Floor Planner to help with our location plans on our planning stages. Floor Planner helped us construct an organised and scale drawing of our location plans without the worry of drawing something wrong by hand or inaccurately. Also, it gave us freedom to work on where our cameras would be in the different scenes, and we could discuss whether a certain camera angle was going to work, and because it was on Floor Planner we could change it as we decided and discussed.
And in terms of presenting our whole project, as a whole, we put it all on wordpress.com, which is a site where you can make your own blog, and we updated our posts regularly and uploaded all of our different projects onto it. So this is where we put all of our initial ideas, podcasts, and our floor planner files and ideas that we had.
So during our construction and production stage, we used IMAX to edit the footage and put our film together. Final Cut Pro was used because we already had an understanding on how to use it because we practiced it when we were constructing our prelim task. We found during our prelim task that it was an effective type of software to use for editing. Additionally, we decided to put our footage onto an external hard drive to avoid us losing any footage because that would set us back in the production stage, which is not what we wanted, and it would waste time if we had to refilm shots and if we had to re-edit shots.
When actually filming our sequences, we use tripods, shoulder mounts, camera slides and dollies to enable us to get the highest quality shots that we could for our film. It helped the narrative of our film flow just because handheld shots where we hadn't had any equipment to stabilise the camera would have ruined the smooth transitions that we wanted to create in our film. We also used a light in the indoor shots just to enhance the lighting and make it a little bit more aesthetic and aid the visual effects of our film.
For our ancillary tasks, which would help develop and support our film, we decided to use Photoshop, and we used the software to aid our ability to put together a successful film poster. The use of layers and the editing toolbar helped immensely towards the final product and helped the process run a lot smoother.
So for our magazine double-page spread, we used a program called InDesign. As I say, this helped us put our magazine spread together. Tutorials from YouTube we used to enhance our understanding as we hadn't really used this software before. It aided us to lay out our spreads in the way that we wanted to suit our film and project. So say we were doing a mainstream magazine spread, it would be laid out differently to a niche magazine spread, but the format and the way that InDesign works, it helped us create this with the most ease.
Once we'd finished our final outcome, we had to post our film somewhere in order to get responses on it. So we decided to post it on YouTube because obviously that is a major media platform where videos are posted to get views and responses. And we decided to promote our film using social media, so apps like Snapchat and Instagram, where we already had a platform ourselves, and we found that this boosted our views and got us a lot of responses on a website called SurveyMonkey, which allowed us to create our own questions and analyse the responses as they were coming in and let the responses be anonymous, which meant that our results wouldn't be biased.
So in terms of the valuation process that we're going through right now, we thought that podcasts would be the best way to present this to you, just purely because it worked so well with our initial ideas and how we could discuss them openly and freely. We thought that evaluations needed this open discussion, as we could talk about in detail what went well and what we could do better.